While we wait, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to do something very symbolic. Do we all have our phones here? Please lift your phones. I beg you in all the names of God. And once your phone is in your hand, I beg you, just place it on silent. Can you do that for me just today, please? For the old people who don't know how to, please beckon any of the young people. They'll be glad to assist you. And if you're using a young, may God be your helper. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we wait, let's just regale you with some of the things that have happened prior to this third edition. We shall walk you through a documentary about the competition. Enjoy, and I'll see you shortly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our guest of honor and the official party. Humbly I ask that we remain standing in acknowledgement of God Almighty and all his rich endowments he's given us as we sing Yenara Yasasini. We thank you, O Lord. Through Christ our Lord have we prayed with thanksgiving. Amen. Please be seated. Renewable energy technologies. Allow me this morning to also, ladies and gentlemen, acknowledge our judges who have come in handy to assess. Make welcome, ladies and gentlemen, our energy consultant, Dr. Nidako Asante. But ladies and gentlemen, the most important people in the room are about to be acknowledged. Help me celebrate the finalist, Business SHS. Let's see you up on your feet. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Make it loud, make it warm. Make welcome, Ya Asanswa girls. All the way from Kumasi. Ladies and gentlemen, please show them some love. Ladies and gentlemen from Boga, Boga girls SHS. Make welcome, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Takrady, the Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS. I give to you, ladies and gentlemen, from Nkranza Technical Institute. And last but certainly not the least, from Volta, ladies and gentlemen, Badger Senior High School.
And High Commissioners present, our own Honorable Deputy Minister of Energy, Honorable Kofi Ejapa-Mensah, MP for Secondary Constituency, my boss. Chief Director, Ministry of Energy, Mrs. Wilhelmina Asamoah. Chairman and members of the Board of the Energy Commission, both past and present. Chief Executives and Managing Directors of agencies present. All sponsors of this wonderful program. The interests of academic and non-academic institutions. This year's challenge was patronized by 119 schools across the 16 regions of Ghana. Today, we have the top 6 schools competing for the national trophy. I believe this is right for us at this juncture to give a round of applause to the competing schools as we look forward to a fantastic battle of sharp brains this morning. We wish to thank all our sponsors from across the public and private sectors, both local and foreign, including the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ for short, French Development Agency, AFD, the Clean Cooking Alliance, We Power Authority, Volta River Authority, Electricity Company of Ghana, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, and the Ashesi University College for all their wonderful support. On behalf of the board and management of the Energy Commission, I welcome you all to today's program and wish to say, enjoy the lovely presentations from our dear students. Thank you all for your attendance. Thank you.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate our Executive Director, Engineer Oscar Amononeza. Thank you for that warm note of welcome and for setting the tone for a day which promises Okra. A round of applause. Thank you very much for joining us. This morning, I take delight in acknowledging, ladies and gentlemen, some eminent persons who join us. Our immediate past board chair, the Energy Commission, Professor George Penny Hagan, joins us. A round of applause. Thank you. Make welcome another former board chair, Dr. Kwan. We're joined here, ladies and gentlemen, also by a representative of the Vice Chancellor of KNUST, Professor Francis Kemasuo. Round of applause for him. Thank you very much. And Mr. Raymond Okrofu also joins us from the GIZ. Together, let's hear it out for all of them. It's been so many efforts coming together to arrive at the third edition of this competition. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next few minutes, please lend your attention to the screen as we show you our story. Enjoy.
School students in renewable energy technology skills of students, and 4, promote self-confidence and encourage hard work through public recognition and rewards.
The challenge is also meant to provide mentorship to students in the secondary schools. It is also to provide a platform for students to develop innovative products and projects that will solve the energy needs in their schools, their communities, and the nation as a whole.
Since 2019, the Energy Commission has been successful in trying to inculcate or integrate the renewable energy aspect into the developed over the years into what we see today as one of the success stories with the Energy Commission and Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge.
In the Greater Accra region, 29 senior high schools participated in the maiden edition, which was won by Ebenezer Senior High School.
Challenge to COVID-19 pandemic didn't make this happen, as it had an effect on the whole global economy. However, the Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge came back with a big bang in 2021.
And then the second edition, we managed to get about 15 regions out of the 16 regions that we have in Ghana.
We had 90 senior high and technical schools competing at the regional level.
The second edition of the challenge was held last year, and it was open to all schools nationwide. It was won by German Pensan Senior High Technical School, with Infantiman Girls Senior High School and Navrongo Senior High School placing second and third respectively.
And it will interest you to know that the winning school was an all-girls team, and also they were arts students. And this tells you that even those who are not science students can actually come up with innovative projects to transform things in their.
Dankwa Ekufuado and the Antehene Otumfo Oseitu the second.
But in this year, that's the third edition, we were successful enough to cover the whole 16 regions in Ghana, and that has been very intense. The competition, thanks to the Ghana Education Service, who have partnered us in this endeavor and made it a great success.
This year, the challenge is being held under the theme Clean Cooking and Food Processing Using Renewable Energy Technologies. The call was responded to by 119 senior high and technical schools across the country. Among these were 96 mixed schools, 13 girls' schools, and 10 boys' schools. The winners of the regional competitions competed in 2 zonal competitions, with each zone comprising 8 schools. The best 3 schools from each zone were selected to present their innovative projects at the grand finale of the challenge. The 6 finalist schools are Ghana Secondary Technical School, Peter Senior High School, Yasantua Girls Senior High School, Nkranza Technical Institute, Business Senior High School, and Bogatanga Girls Senior High School.
With the 16 regional competitions that were held, we had very interesting projects ranging from the use of improved cook stoves, food preservation technologies, solar cookers, solar dryers, etc., which these young students actually developed from scratch, and again using locally available materials in their schools. And I must confess that I was very, very much impressed with the quality of the work that they produce.
So, for example, this year we're looking at clean cooking and food preservation using renewable energy technologies. And at this time, we're looking at various types
of stoves and fuels, and Ghana is no exception. It is to address this concern that the Energy Commission, through the Senior High School's Renewable Energy Challenge, is seeking for new and improved cooking solutions. Students are expected to develop projects in the area of either clean cooking or food processing using renewable energy technologies. Schools were also encouraged to come up with innovative products, accessories to products, or digital innovations to improve the performance and efficiencies of existing products in the above-mentioned areas. It is expected that the projects or products developed will aid individuals or businesses in the residential,
Good morning, everybody. So, Your Excellency, Dr. Kwaku Afriye, Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mercier, Deputy Minister of Energy, esteemed Oscar Amono Nazer, Executive Secretary, Energy Commission, and representative of the Agence Française de Développement and of the German Cooperation, GIZ, in Ghana, distinguished guests from ministries, departments, and agencies, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really happy to be here with you today and to contribute to the Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge on the theme of clean cooking and food processing using renewable energy technologies. Renewable energy and clean cooking play a significant role in the fight against climate change, including by helping reduce carbon emission, but also improving health and preventing the environmental degradation. One of the EU's main priorities is to reach a carbon neutrality, what we call the zero net, by 2030, both at global level and in partner countries like Ghana, to contribute to the Paris Agreement commitments. Encouraging the use of renewables, cleaner cooking and food processing is part of those commitments, and that's why we're here today. Investments, including solar rooftops, electric vehicles, and green buildings. Through SANREF, we are mobilizing Ghanaia's financial institutions, such as the Ghana Commercial Bank and Coal Bank, to finance private sector investments in green technologies. These partner financial institutions provide green loans, investment grants, and technical assistance to support small and medium-scale renewable energy and energy efficiency projects in Ghana. I want to encourage the winners of this challenge to knock at the door of these banks with their business plan, to present their innovative ideas, and who knows, maybe to get opportunities for financing. Because indeed, the private sector can offer clean and sustainable energy solutions. It can support green businesses. I want to conclude by emphasizing the crucial role of another stakeholder in the transition towards green energy. Multiple energy initiatives like this make cooking cleaner and energy cleaner. I want to thank the Agence Française de Développement and the German Cooperation Agency, GIZ, the Organization Committee of the Challenge, and of course, thank you.
Who represents the of the delegation of the European Union in Ghana, thank you for your message, and please extend to the head our warmest delight and appreciation for all that the delegation does for Ghana. We reflect, and ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the recent uptake in renewable energy solutions, that which have held us afloat, especially in difficult times as this. It is thanks to the vision and direction of the government of today. And ladies and gentlemen, it is proper that for Second D and Deputy Minister for Energy, the Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa. The Honorable Andrew Mesa.
Parliament for Sehuyoso. Of the head of delegation of the European Union, Secretary of the Ghana Education Service, Acting Chief Director of the Ministry of Energy, heads and representatives of state agencies present, heads and representatives of participating schools present, parents and teachers of participating schools, our dear students here in gathered, friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I've been tasked by my boss, the Honorable Minister for Energy, Dr. Matthew Puku Prempeh, who extends his sincerest apologies for his absence here, which really is occasioned by a pressing assignment out of the jurisdiction to deliver this statement on his behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, about 4 months ago, I was privileged, also representing my boss, to witness the launch of the 3rd edition of the Energy Commission's Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge. And indeed, I am honored to be present at the finals of the same competition. It is a joy to know that an initiative, the start of which I witnessed, has been successfully completed. The Energy Commission, originators of this competition, and its lead collaborator, the Ghana Education Service, as well as all sponsors and partners, are worthy of commendation for a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, this year's edition of the challenge has had as one of its core objectives the promotion of renewable energy innovation in clean cooking and food processing in Ghana. Clean cooking and food processing in Ghana. And I anticipate, as these would represent a true display of Ghanaian innovation and creativity. Indeed, the lack of access to clean and affordable cooking solutions is a global health, economic, and environmental threat which requires immediate and increased attention. The prevalence of usage of polluting energy sources like kerosene, wood fuel, and charcoal for cooking has dire effects on lives, world economies, and the planet. Fuels and technology accounts for 120 megatons of climate pollutant emissions annually. Ladies and gentlemen, in view of the aforementioned, efforts at increasing access to clean cooking ought to be enhanced, and awareness on the subject must be escalated at all levels. Just last week, Ghana co-hosted the 2022 Clean Cooking Forum, which gathered policymakers, entrepreneurs, investors, and donors from all over the globe to deliberate and strategize towards achieving clean cooking for all. Engagements at the forum churned out useful ideas and solutions which, if fully pursued, would yield desired impacts. My personal takeaway from the forum was the discovery of the need for governments to move away from the common silo mentality at resolving issues of clean cooking to a more integrated approach in addressing clean cooking challenges here in Ghana. I seized the opportunity to commend the Clean Cooking Alliance for a well-organized and insightful forum. The lessons learned from the forum are vital and worthy of full application. The Clean Cooking Forum Post-Conference Ghana Day, held last week Friday at this very premises, also provided the opportunity for a dispassionate assessment of the progress made by Ghana in a pursuit of universal access to clean cooking for all. Ladies and gentlemen, although it is not in doubt that solutions are worthy, 2017 other uses by 2020 has, as of 2021, recorded a 25.4% utilization rate for cooking. Additionally, the cylinder recirculation model, a policy which is nearing its rollout, is projected to culminate in an huge funding to fully implement. New cooking innovations and technology are also required to advance the clean cooking agenda. In this vein, we must all realize that clean cooking is everyone's business. Both public and private sector players must identify and fully play their respective roles in the realization of the universal access to clean cooking targets. Distinguished guests, permit me to once again congratulate the Energy Commission and its partners for the edition on clean cooking, but also harness the ingenuity of our Ghanaian youth for the development of practical solutions to a national problem of global interest. This, I believe, is a step in the right direction towards grooming our youngsters into solution-oriented citizens. To the teams from the Ghana Secondary Technical School in Takrady, the Business Senior High School, Yale Santua Girls Senior High School, Bogatanga Senior High School, Weber Senior High School, and Nkoranza Technical Institute, your qualification for the finals of this competition is the testament of your hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. Regardless of the team that emerges the overall winner of the competition, I urge you to delight in the fact of your respective achievements. View your participation in this competition as a springboard to pushing the limits of your creative minds. Your presence here is a demonstration that you possess what it takes to excel at all levels of academia and ultimately your careers. Congratulations to you all and good luck with your final demonstrations. Let me take the opportunity to also congratulate the teachers involved for the guidance provided to these brilliant students. The creativity of these students has been shaped by the knowledge imparted to them by their teachers. Indeed, this competition underscores the crucial role teachers play in nation building. Accordingly, I salute all teachers who are here present. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I wish to commend all local and foreign organizations that committed resources to supporting the third edition of the challenge. In no particular order, I congratulate the GIZ, this Regulatory Commission. You believed in the vision of this competition and have demonstrated same benevolently. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe this edition of the challenge has been a huge success, and I am confident that the various projects to be showcased by the finalists will only confirm this fact. To this end, the Ministry of Energy will continue to lend its unwavering support to subsequent editions of this challenge. In the wake of the energy transition, the application of renewable energy technology in enhancing access to clean cooking is very much welcomed by the ministry, as this aligns perfectly with a wider policy target of attaining SDG 7, that is, ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. As I congratulate the organizers, supporters, and participants of the third edition of the challenge, I eagerly look forward to the fourth edition next year. Thank you all for your kind attention, and may God bless us all in our homeland. Thank you.
One more time, the Honorable Andrew Ejapa-Mensah, MP for Second D and Deputy Minister for Energy. Thank you for those warm remarks and how you emphasize our theme fitting properly into the general overarching theme around the world, energy transition. In moving on, we would like to take a spot of music, but hey, is Presec here? Do we have Presec? Show by hand. And you didn't make it into the top 6. What went wrong? Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, let's cool their hearts with a spot of music. The Ghana Police Band will give us a round of applause for them. The Ghana Police Band will give us a round of applause for them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Evergreen Ghana Police Band, a round of applause. And I hope by now it has cooled pre-seconds down. We move on by moving into the next stage of the competition or the event, ladies and gentlemen, where we get to appreciate the perspectives of the finalists by way of a presentation on all their solutions on hand. They will come through for 6 minutes, they will make their pitch to us, the judges will engage them with 2 questions, and on it will go until the 6th contestant, ladies and gentlemen, are done. Allow me now the pleasure of acknowledging the first contestants, ladies and gentlemen, for the morning as they come to do their pitch. Business SHS. You have 6 minutes. Your time starts now.
Good morning. I am Charles, and I'm here together with my colleagues Juweria, Paul, and Salima, and we are representatives of Business Senior High School.
Hey, the human race is at risk because the planet is under attack by the very people it protects. This picture right there reminds me of those days growing up in the village when my mother used to ask me to set fire in the kitchen for us to cook. I used to come out coughing with teary eyes and chest pains because of the smoke in the kitchen. In 2018, the International Energy Agency indicators showed that only 25% of Ghanaian households had access to clean cooking fuel. The rest of us use charcoal and other dirty fuel, mainly because we cannot afford gas to cook. The Russian-Ukrainian war has worsened things. As a result, over 4 million people die annually due to indoor air pollution, usually women and children in sub-Saharan Africa. Should I continue to tell you about the effects of climate change? No, I believe you have all experienced it because climate change does not affect women and children, future leaders go through these needless deaths. I mean, why? I have good news for you all. We, the eco-heroes of Business Senior High School, have decided to save our mothers and the planet by providing them with alternative charcoal without cutting down any tree.
We mix with our binder, then we mold with our machine, we dry and we package it. Let's go into the production process. We collect our waste. We have 2 perforated drums here, a smaller one and a bigger one. We put our waste after sorted into the smaller chamber. We cover it and then we put it into the bigger one. Then we put some of the granite shells around it and set fire on it. Then we cover it with a chimney and leave it for a period of 4 to 5 hours for it to be charred. And after it is charred, during our charring, we use 25 kilograms of our biomass, and then we charred and we obtained 18 kilograms of our briquette. After we have obtained our char, we now have to mix it with a binder. We compare 2 different binders, cassava starch and clay, and we realized that cassava starch was a best binder with a proportion of 0.3 to 10 kilograms. We then mix it, and then we mold with our machine. That is what he's doing right there. And then after he has molded, this is the char. After he has molded, we have our briquette, we dry it, and then we package it with this packaging bag. Our innovation is easy to ignite, it is clean to handle, and also it burns longer than the traditional charcoal. And we have made an eco-friendly bag which is used to package our product instead of the usual poly bags we use in packaging charcoal. Our social and environmental impact. With our briquette, we will reduce household expenses by approximately 50%, that is on cooking fuel. It's also clean and it's affordable. It will reduce as carbon sink to attract the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Mr. President, even though not present, this is a great time for you and your government to come to our aid and support us so that together we can achieve SDGs 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, and 13. Business Senior High School briquette, together we say, buy less, cook more. Thank you.
Over to you, our panel of judges.
Business SHS. I would like to ask you some questions. There are a lot of briquettes on the Ghanaian market currently. A lot of companies are producing these briquettes. What makes your briquettes special from these ones?
Thank you for the question. As we already said in our slide, our innovation, our briquette is easy to ignite. It burns longer than the traditional charcoal, and also it's clean and smokeless.
The second question is, will your briquette product, will it still be economically attractive if you have to buy the granite shells that you are using as a source to produce?
Yes, please. For instance, for now, we are not buying the granite shells. But as time goes on, when you go back to where we are coming from in the north, there are a lot of them, abundance of them. So collecting them will also create jobs for others, and economically we are growing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Business SHS. And in 6 minutes, Gobe is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the second contestants, Yasantua Girls.
Harnessing solar energy for clean cooking using the PCM electric cooker. Good morning, dignitaries present. Good morning to you all. I am Emanuela Aminyako, and with my colleagues, Elizabeth, Kekali, and Esther. We are the Renewable Energy team from Yasantua Girls Senior High School. This is our presentation outline. The burning of hydrocarbons and wood as a source of fuel poses threat to the environment. Therefore, in Ghana, there is the need for us to revert to a cleaner source of cooking. That is why Yasantua Girls Senior High School present to you a PCM-based photoelectric cooker. Photo because it makes use of solar energy, and then electric because the solar energy is converted into electrical energy and then into heat energy for cooking. Our main objective is to put forward the concept of clean cooking. That is why we designed our technology to mitigate greenhouse gases, to store solar energy, and then to eliminate the negative health impact on humans. That is the SDGs 7, 13, and then 3 respectively.
For our components, we have our solar panel, our heating element, our insulating material, a PCM, that's our phase change material, and then our cooking chamber.
For our insulating material, we chose cotton because cotton is readily available, has a low thermal conductivity. Our solar panel gives an output voltage of 34.4 volts, changes the solar energy into electrical energy. Our heating core, which is made of nichrome wire, we can see from the screen that it is placed on a ceramic to avoid. For our schematic diagram, we can see from the screen that as the sun rays falls on the solar panel, the solar energy is being changed to electrical energy. This electrical energy passes through our conducting wires and gets to our heating element. Heat is produced, and this heat is being supplied to our cooking space and the PCM. So concurrently, as food is being cooked, energy is being stored in the PCM.
For our assembling section, we have our PCM holder. Our heating element is then placed in our PCM holder and the PCM is being poured on it. We then fix our inner cooking chamber and then insulate the whole device, prevent heat loss by radiation and conduction. We then fix our outer cooking chamber. We added a thermostat to prevent it. We added a thermostat to regulate the temperature of our cooking chamber, and it also helps in warming and also for cooking. We design our own heating elements, which works on a principle that at current is passed through a resistance wire, heat is produced. The power of our heating element, that's our nichrome wire, is 192 watts.
During a boiling test, a graph of temperature was plotted against time. The least temperature recorded was 30 degrees and the highest was 100 degrees within a time of about 1 hour.
Environmentally, our device poses no threat to the environment. Since with our device, there is no emission of greenhouse gases.
Secondly, for the environmental impact, we talk of recycling. Recycling because, as you can see, we fabricated our device from galvanized aluminum sheet. It cannot be fabricated from galvanized aluminum sheets only, but also recycled discarded cans. In a way, it aids in waste management.
Socioeconomically, our project is cost efficient, since the cost of using our technology compared with the cost of using other sources of fuel like LPG and charcoal as fuel is relatively minimal.
Finally, for job creation, considering our cotton we use for the insulation, cotton is locally grown in Ghana here and will favor the local growers of cotton. Our aluminium sheet is also going to help the molders of this aluminium.
Finally, for the innovative part of our project, it's how we are able to store solar energy in the form of heat energy in our PCM. We use the PCM for stability during fluctuations in the sun's intensity.
Our technology is aimed at the urban and peri-urban areas due to the high cost in building our technology. The total cost involved in building our device is 2,305 Ghana cedis.
The graph on the screen showed a cost-benefit analysis of energy cooking mechanisms. And as you can see from our graph, the use of the solar-based device is higher as compared to the use of the charcoal and the grid electricity. But as time goes on, the use of the solar-based device remains relatively stable, while the use of the charcoal and the grid electricity increases. This is a presentation
by Yas and Girls Senior High School on the PCM-based photoelectric cooker. Before we leave the stage, we are going to show you some working videos of our device. So sit at your comfort and then enjoy. We are waiting for the video to play. Yes, this is the video that we made on our working device. And it's still the PCM-based photoelectric cooker. This is the frying method, as you can see. Yes. And then we moved on to the cooking method. We're able to cook rice with our own device, as you can see here. Yes. So the frying was for the deep frying, and the shallow frying, we were able to fry an egg. And the cooking method again, we're able to cook an indomie. Yes. Yes, this is the indomie video playing for you. Yes. I hope you all can see the vapor coming out of it, and it's really cool. Yes, I enjoyed it myself. Yes, indomie cooked. Yes. So this is the PCM-based photoelectric cooker by Yas and Girls Senior High School. Thank you for your audience.
Yes, Antua, well done.
Thank you.
Yes, my question is that how did you determine the quantity of PCM used in the cooking device?
Thank you for your question. For this particular device, we used 1 kilogram of PCM for this cooker.
Okay. And question number 2. How long does it take to boil water or cook rice or the indomie which you showed us?
So thank you for the question. I think we showed you a graph of the boiling test, and then it was within an hour. for the boiling to get to 100 degrees Celsius. But then for the rice cooking too, since water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, what can't we do with 100 degrees Celsius? It was also able to cook the rice. And the indomie took about 45 minutes. Yes. Due to the intensity of the sun, since there is fluctuations of the sun, the cooking time decreases and then increases.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Well done, well done, well done. This one too.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want them to emerge champions, you know what to do. Let your support be loud and clear to all. Thank you very much. Yes, and to our girls. And now, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Bolga, let's welcome Bolga Girls SHS.
Your Excellency, invited dignitaries, all protocols observed, I greet you all. My name is Adiba Imakletweyamo, and I am a representative of the Bogatanga Girls Senior High School, and I'm here with Awanzirugo Jacqueline, Salifu Osman Nasmatu, and Angandi Juliet. We bring you the Plasto 4 gas generation plant. Ghana as a country has been battling plastic waste for ages, and therefore an urgent step must be taken to help curb the increasing rates of plastic pollution in our country. When we look around us, what do we see? Plastic bottles, plastics of different types. Ghana produces about 1.1 million tons of plastics per year, and sadly, only 5% of these plastics are being recycled. The rest of them find their ways into our gutters, our water bodies, and agricultural land. This is leading to low crop yield, therefore for our aquatic species, and flooding in our slums, and also the spread of diseases such as cholera and malaria. At the same time, the country spends a huge fraction of its revenue on the importation of crude oil, which is to be refined into various forms of fuel such as kerosene, LPG, etc. At the same time, we are being advised to switch from the use of harmful fuels of cooking, such as charcoal and kerosene, to the less harmful and safer ones like the LPG gas. The problem then lies at the cost of this LPG. Just in the month of September, 1 kilogram of LPG gas cost 11 cedis 50 pesos, which is high for the average Ghanaian citizen to be able to afford. It is therefore very important that we are able to bring about an alternative source of fuel for cooking and domestic and other industrial uses, at the same time saving our planet from climate change.
With all this in mind, the science team of the Boatanga Girls Senior High School deemed it necessary to find a convenient and more not only for cooking but also for other industry and domestic use.
It's quite a known fact that we all produce plastics day in, day out. Therefore, I'm to take you through the simple procedure to convert our plastics into fuel, which can be used in our various homes for cooking and also be used in automobiles. First of all, we obtain plastics of various types. These plastics were then shredded into smaller forms to ensure more room for more plastics to be used. Then pyrolysis, which is the main principle behind the project, came in. It is the heat breakdown of plastics into fuel, which can be used in our homes for cooking and also used to run our various automobiles. The plastics were kept in a pyrolysis reactor and being subjected to heat. The plastics then went through vibration. The frequency of the vibration is directly proportional to temperature. That is, as the temperature intensifies, the molecular vibration increases at will. So at a particular instance inside the can, the bonds holding the plastics are stretched to such an extent that they are being converted from a liquid state to the vapor, and the vapor was then collected with the aid of our tubes and passed through a condenser where the vapor was again converted back into liquid. And then our crude oil was obtained. It was then further refined to obtain plasto fuel and waste oil.
You can all bear witness with me that 90% of the Ghanaian literates are not aware that plastics are made of crude oil. And that is why plastics are considered as an enemy in our environment. But you have to know that plastics is a friendly thing. That is, it can be converted back into crude oil after use. So, especially now that in our country, the prices of fuel is being increased now and then, we need these projects in Ghana. The plastic fuel can be used to replace LPG used in our various homes for cooking, and this is how it is done. The air pump is being switched on, and air is forced into the cylinder containing the plastic fuel. This causes the fuel to vaporize. The vaporized gas then passes on to the second container, which contains water. And at this point, it becomes liquefied and therefore slows down the rate at which the gas flows. When it is being switched on, you realize that this is the point. You realize that at this point, the gas is really working, and then this is where it comes in. Somebody will ask, am I going to be preparing fuel all the time? No, you don't need that. You only need to produce your fuel and then use the gas, store it in your cylinder. When it is exhausted, that is when you are going to produce fuel again. This project is efficient. This is because you can use less fuel to produce enough gas for your day-to-day activities.
Talking about the socio-economic impact of our project has helped to reduce the risk of water pollution by plastic waste, and also all the end products of our project are useful because this is the refined fuel, and this fuel is used to replace LPG for cooking in the construction of our road. The char here is also used as burning agent in the construction of bricks, which will also be converted into charcoal instead of cutting down trees, which can bring about deforestation.
This project is very important to our economy because all its products are useful and the raw materials can be found all around us. Thank you.
Volga girls, well done.
Thank you very much.
So I have two questions for you. The first is relating to the fuel you produce. You use energy to conduct the pyrolysis. Do you get more energy from your fuel than you use to do the pyrolysis?
Thank you very much for the question. This is supposed to be a complete cycle where the fuel which is produced will be used to produce LPG gas and can be used to produce fuel again. And more LPG gas is produced than the fuel which is being completely burnt here.
Okay, thank you. And the second question is, what temperature is required to achieve the pyrolysis?
Okay, thank you for this question. For our pyrolysis, when we got to 400 degrees Celsius, that was when the plastics, the bonds in the plastic started breaking. So by 900 degrees Celsius, everything will be done and then fuel will be produced.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are yours for the applause all the way from Bolga. The Bolga Girls, SHS, Doctors of Energy. And so right about now, ladies and gentlemen, we go all the way to Takrady, and it's the Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS.
It all started when we had a keen interest in wanting to solve problems facing Ghanaians and the world. The chairperson, the minister, Ministry of Environment, all other dignitaries duly recognized. Good morning. My name is Kingsley Kwesi Mensah, and I'm with my colleagues from Ghana Secondary Technical School in the western region of Ghana. We are presenting a solution which is based on the theme clean cooking and food processing using renewable energy technology. We'll start with the problem we identified and our solution.
Our research showed that most people use firewood as fuel for cooking. This firewood produces harmful gases which affect our health negatively. The excess smoke particles from the firewood affect our health negatively. The habitat of animals are also affected since deforestation happens. Therefore, in response to these problems, we've identified the GSTS Robotics Club has brought about a safer and cleaner way to cook using green energy, and that is the Tescan Smart Solar Cooker. Now to how the device works.
Our solution makes efficient use of sunlight, which is a renewable energy source, to cook all manner of food. The setup utilizes pieces of reflective surfaces, which have been positioned in such a way that parallel rays from the sun are focused under a cooking containment and into it to serve the purpose of cooking. Now one may ask, since our solution uses sunlight to work, does it mean it will be useless in times where we do not have sunlight?
Certainly no. Tescan Smart Solar Oven can be used in the night and times when there is no sun. Our system traps solar energy, which is converted to electrical energy, and stores it to be used to cook food during the night and times when there is no sunlight. By the help of a thermostat, energy is conserved. Interestingly, a user can turn on and off the cooker by just simple voice control. That is, a user gets the smartphone and connects it to the cooker and just give it the command, turn on, turn off, turn on, turn on. Now to other components.
To other components, we have the reflector. The reflector has pieces of mirror which have been concentrically arranged and strategically placed at angles such that parallel rays from the sun are being focused to a particular point called the focal point. Now, temperature at the focal point is very, very high, and that is where we do the cooking. The last time you experimented, we were able to burn hard paper. Please, that's the video. We're able to burn hard paper at a temperature of 248.88 degrees Celsius in less than 2 minutes. We're also able to burn plywood at a temperature of 310 degrees Celsius in less than 3 minutes. Now, we have, above the focal point, we have the cooking containment. We have the temperature display. It displays the temperature at which a cook is using the cooker for cooking his or her food. We also have silvery surfaces inside our cooking containment, which controls heat loss by radiation. And so our cooker is not only meant for cooking, but also for preservation of food. We have the automation system. Now, we know that the sun's position is not stationary. And so we have automated our system. We have programmed it to follow the sun's position from the east to the west. As you can see, please. When the sun moves to the east, it follows it. When it moves to the west, it follows it. Now we have the power backup system. The power backup system has a solar tracker, which has a solar panel on top. We have a battery compartment, which has a solar charger controller, a battery, an inverter, and a heating element, an AC heating element. During sunny days, our solar tracker follows where the sun's position is in order to get the maximum sunlight to convert into electricity. Once the electricity is being generated, it goes through the solar charger controller, which charges the battery bit by bit until fully charged. When the battery is fully charged,
The inverter converts direct current from the battery into alternating current to power an AC heating element, which means that you can cook even in the evenings. Now, to the advantages of our solar cooker.
Using renewable and emission-free energy, our system doesn't have any negative impact on the environment, unlike the traditional methods, which include air pollution, exhaustion of natural resources, and sometimes to our parents wasting their time in the forest gathering and processing firewood. On our health, our system here is smokeless. The user is free from respiratory diseases. When cooking, vitamins and other nutrients do not break down. Again, too, our food is free from carcinogens and mutagens produced by high heating method. On the environment, our system is pollution free. Hence, our environment will be clean and safe. Animals are even not left out in our solution. Since there will be reduction of firewood usage, their habitat and other ecosystems are protected. Economically, there is low cost of management and construction costs. Since we use local materials as compared to conventional gas cookers, our system here is cheap to afford. One important thing is that it also serves as a source of employment. People have the opportunity to pursue income generation activities, including building solar cookers and selling solar cooked foods.
Now, this is our solution to the many problems facing Ghanaians and the world. Please, let's watch the last video. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your time is up.
GSTS, your question. What is the highest temperature achieved by the solar concentrator in the cooking enclosure according to your thermostat?
Thank you, madam. Please, it is 310 degrees Celsius.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Your next question. Does the cooking chamber not cast a shadow on the reflector when the sun is your equipment?
The reflector was made very big in order for the shadow casted on to be insignificant. There is shadow going to be casted on, but since the sun is at this part, the shadow is going to be casted at a small part of the reflector, which will not make the reflector or the shadow casted to be significant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS. Wow. Do we go on or we have a winner already? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome from Nkuranza, the Nkuranza Technical Institute.
Good morning, panel of judges. Special guest of honor, the representative of the president. All protocols duly observed. I'm Ala Tajinet with my colleagues from Nkuranza Technical Institute. I have Ban Raffle, Sadon Emmanuel, Abbas Ishau. Our topic is using palm kernel shells to produce charcoal as a use, and it's one of the methods of processing food. Palm kernel shells as a form of renewable energy have not been adequately exploited in Ghana. Therefore, this project looks at the stability of using palm kernel shells that is clean, affordable, and capable of giving better combustion for clean cooking and food processing. Problem statement. Many households in Ghana use forest resources as a source of fuel for cooking, which results in indiscriminate and unregulated felling of trees in the rural communities. This often leads to unsafe and unsustainable environment, as well as loss of human life due to the unhealthy energy sources. Objective of our project is one, to use agricultural crop residues, such as the palm kernel shells, to produce charcoal as a source of energy for clean cooking and food processing in the rural and the urban communities. Two, to use the palm kernel shell charcoal in the constructed stove to ensure clean cooking and food processing in the rural and the urban communities in Ghana. List of components used in the carbonization and the stove components. The carbonization, we have the palm kernel shells, the biro, the sieve, and the stove component. We have the solar panel, galvanized plate, 3mm mild steel plate, control valve, control charger, 3/4 square pipe, regulator or switch, fiber or coconut husks, and others. This block diagram shows how the palm kernel charcoal undergoes. One, we first gather all our raw materials, then we dry it for 5 days to reduce the moisture content, and then carbonize it in a controlled environment to reduce the smoke that comes out. First, pick all 3 stones as my brothers are demonstrating here. You first set up a 3 stones, put your barrel with a perforated hose, pour in the raw palm kernel shells, and then cover it. Set a fire inside, then leave it for 24 hours. After you're returning, dry it again to cool down. Sieve to remove the unwanted ones. Then package it, store it, and market it. This is the carbonization. This is the drying stage, and that's the weighing stage. The pyrolysis was carried out within the metallic container. The raw palm kernel shells were then left to burn.
Use the pointer on the small screen in front of you.
Carbonization, Biro 1 had 15 kilograms, Biro 2 had 14 kilograms, Biro 3 had 16 kilograms. From our experimentation, about 25 of the carbonized palm kernel shells were lost after the carbonization. This is the sieving, that's the scale. This is the packaging stage. I'll invite in my brother, Ban Raffo, to continue with the stove aspects.
Thank you, my dear sister. In order to achieve the effective use of the carbonized palm kernel shells in the production of edible food, a sort of a cooker or an oven is needed, hence the NTI capsule. The NTI capsule is an abbreviation of integrated system of carbonized palm kernel shells, an oven, a stove, and a lighting technology. Our design intention was based on cost reduction, ease of transportation, and also effective heating balance. So this shows up the 3-dimensional drawing of our project. The first one showed the complete project, as you can see it here, and the second one, the third one, also showed the parts of the stove. Top one is the stove. In the middle is this middle here is the warmer, where the last part also is the oven chamber. Here was the construction stage of our project. So the stove was made with a galvanized steel plate with a fusion of coconut husks as our fiber to minimize the heat transfer from the internal part of the stove to the external surfaces of the stove. We have a power box which helps us in the burning. Thank you.
Yes, and Kranza Technical. Well done. My 2 questions. One is this. Palm kernel shells can be used directly. And so why did you decide to carbonize it?
Thank you, sir, for your question. When you use it in the raw form or directly, it will produce smoke. That's the reason why we decided to carbonize it.
Okay. The second question is, I want to know the costs of the capsule unit.
Thank you, sir. This capsule costed us 1,200 Ghana cedis. But we also have the other one here. This is the only stove. In case the person can't afford this one, the person can rather purchase this one. But this one doesn't contain the oven, but it is rather only the stove. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Nkuranza Technical Institute. You want to take the food away? This morning, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very last contestants, Budget Senior High School.
Good morning, everybody. This is Peja Senior High School representing Volta region. Our project is on preservation of fruits and vegetables using solar dehydrator. The team members are Amuzu Obed, Ahiale John Kofi, Latte Lawson, and myself, Glau Prisla. Fruits and vegetables are a great source of nutrients, which are important to our health. It also protects the body against diseases. Fruits and about 20 to 50% of fruits and vegetables go waste before they get into our plates. Fruits and vegetables can be preserved by using the direct sunlight, which is unhygienic. Fruits and vegetables can be kept fresh by refrigeration and canning, but this process demands high energy consumption. Fruits and vegetables can be preserved using the solar dehydrator, which is cheaper and more hygienic. Rise cost of electricity and fuel prices coupled with their emissions, which pollute the environment, in line with the Sustainable Development Goal 7, has necessitated the exploitation of using solar renewable energy in the preservation of fruits and vegetables.
The team's objective is to design an equipment that uses renewable energy in the preservation of fruits and vegetables. The equipment should hygienically prepare by maintaining their nutritional value. The equipment should also be made of locally materials found around us. And then the equipment should be purposed for both domestic and commercial use. Considering our objectives, the team decided to go with a solar dehydrator. Our solar dehydrator was first made in a form of a model. It was then practicalized into a prototype. Now we have developed a new and upgraded efficient device known as KD22. Some uniqueness of KD22 is the possession of a parabolic trough fitted with solar evacuated tube, which helps in tracking sunlight onto the solar evacuated tube. Secondly is the possession of a mixed mode drying chamber, which dries through the passive and active process. And then it also possesses a sensor and microcontroller, which helps in tracking the sunlight. Our solar dehydrator was made from locally made materials. Some of these materials were found around us, others were recycled materials. The most innovative aspect of our solar dehydrator is the possession of the parabolic trough, which helps in tracking the sunlight, and also the possession of a thermal storage made from sand, and this is able to store heat between the temperatures of 500 to 600 degrees Celsius. This solar dehydrator is a very efficient one.
Okay, this is how the solar dehydrator works, and this is how the KD22 works. Okay. Water is pumped into the evacuated glass tube. This is the evacuated glass tube, whereby solar radiations are focused or converge on the evacuated glass tube so that the water inside gets heated with the help of the reflective parabolic trough. The water then moves into the sun thermal battery, which uses some of the energy to charge the battery into the radiator. And in the radiator, the hot water is circulated. And at the back of the radiator, we have a blower fan which blows over the radiator to distribute the hot air evenly in the drying chamber. So in the drying chamber, when the fruits and the vegetables are dehydrated, the escape moisture escapes from the vents on the dehydrator. So we have a solar panel which converts solar energy into electrical energy, which helps in powering the blower fans, the plug, and uses some of the electricity to charge the battery.
Okay. We have the temperature rate within which fruit, vegetable, and herbs can be dry is 57 degrees, 51 degrees, and 41 degrees respectively. And within the time interval of 4 to 8 hours, 8 to 4 hours, and 2 to 4 hours. Now, with the machine, the fruit and vegetable will be dry and preserved without them losing their nutritional value, flavor, and taste. During a 3 hours experiment, it has been noted that the temperature inside the chamber is 41 degrees and that of outside is 45 degrees. Our target market is for home and domestic use. Thank you.
Thank you, Peje. I have 2 questions for you. The first question is, how do you control the temperature in the drying chamber?
We control the temperature in the drying chamber by the provision of the sun thermal storage. As the temperature is getting high, it stores some of the heat in it.
Okay, thank you. And the last question is, what quantity of a fruit or vegetable can you dry in a day using your dryer?
Our dryer over here is scalable, so it depends on the size of the solar dryer and the amount of fruit and vegetables you can preserve.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are yours for the applause. Let's hear it up for Kweja Senior High School and Koranza Tech Institute, GSTS, Bolga Girls SHS, Yas Santua Girls, and Business SHS. Wow, wow, wow. Very amazing session it has been. They've identified problems, they've created solutions, they've spelled out the benefits to society and even the environmental impact, as well as even the economic benefits, where they state how jobs can be created and other avenues for growth can also be created in the economy. But most importantly, for me, what really inspires me is the fact that they link all of these to the attainment of the SDGs. Put your hands together one more time. Wow. 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 And so our judges are busily collating. In a short while, we get to hear from them who emerges as the winner. In addition to other prizes, for example, the best team, you have a special award that's coming up. This morning, we're not alone, or the 6 finalists are not alone. They are joined by other schools. Accra Academy join us, ladies and gentlemen. Accra Girls, Accra High, St. Mary's, Osu Presby, Kimbu, St. Thomas Aquinas, Laboni, Accra Wesley Girls, and of course, Presec Legon. Together, let's hear it up for them. My friend from Accra Academy says they did not make it this year because of COVID, Russia, Ukraine. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing today is to create a future for our youth by making them partakers in it. At this point, we've been sitting for too long. Why don't we party? Can we party a little bit? No, come on the back of all these solutions, can't we party a little bit that Doomsaw is banished for life? Ladies and gentlemen, let's rise to our feet. Let's do something special with our young people. Mr. DJ, let's have a party right about now. It's the Buga after party happening right about now. Are we ready? Everybody stretch a bit, come on. And while they clear the stage, let's party a bit. Shortly the minister gets to speak, and then we award the winners.
Renewable energy, renewable energy, renewable energy. We want to street that renewable. The sound they give you solar energy.
Please be seated.
Let's party young one. Renewable, renewable energy. Renewable energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make our way back in. Shortly, we hear from the representative of the President of our Republic, and then we zoom into the presentation of the awards. Renewable energy. Okay, students, are you ready? Hey. Oh yeah. Renewable energy, renewable energy, renewable energy. We want to students in renewable. The sound they give you solar energy. Wind power, biomass and biofuel is a phase of our climate change. Kaju, pa pa pa, 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 kaju, pa
renewable energy, renewable energy, renewable energy. We process through that renewable. The sun give you solar energy, wind power, yeah. All that renewable energy. Yeah. There's a God in you. There's a God in young ones. Renew energy. Yeah. Let's go to student. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. We deposit students in renewable. The sun they give you solar energy. Wind power, yeah. Biogas and biofuel, yeah. Is a phase of our climate change. A very big thank you to Energy Commission and Ghana Education Service. Let's support the young ones. Renewable energy. And let's support the student. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Let's support the young ones. I said let's support the student. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Okay, students, are you ready? Oh yeah. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Renewable
Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, Mr. DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Just gone by were 6 amazing presentations on renewable technology solutions made possible through our finalists, Business SHS, Yasantua Girls, Bolga Girls SHS, GSTS, and Koranza Tech Institute, and Kpeje Senior High School. I believe they deserve another round of applause. Wow. I believe with all my heart, if the President of the Republic were here, he would have felt very vindicated in the sense that when you give young people the necessary logistics for them to function, you bring out the best in them. This is what happens when you provide free SHS. It affords young ones the opportunity to express themselves freely. But instead, we're joined by a man who shares the same passion as he does. And ladies and gentlemen, he happens to be the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, an MP for Sefirioso. Would you please make welcome our guest of honor for today, the Honorable Dr. Kweku Efriye.
Thank you very much. Yes, the President is not here, and I'm representing him. But you know, some accidents are very good indeed, because today is an eye-opener, even for me as a Minister for Environment, Science, Technology. I would have been here all the same, but offering me the opportunity to speak on the behalf of the President, I have had an intensive analysis of what is going on. And all that I mentioned, but I will come to that later. Of course, by protocol, I have to read the President's speech in its entirety without any modifications. So I will do that. But permit me, if you will, I will take advantage of this being here, especially when I have a captive audience, to put in a word of my own post the President's speech. The Minister for Energy, ably represented by his Deputy Honorable Ejapa Mesa, MPs, secondly, Your Excellency Daniel Krul, I believe he might not have made it, the Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany, because I mentioned his name because of the... I'm very, very delighted to be here today to give the keynote address at the finals of the Energy Commission Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge. And I'm excited to see an impressive number of students from the various senior high schools here today. Renewable energy is central to our energy transition and overall socio-economic development. The country abounds in rich energy resources, including renewable energy. The development and use of these resources to improve the socio-economic well-being of the people has progressed satisfactorily under my administration, and there's more room for improvement. Solar PV currently is the cheapest source of power in many parts of Africa and likely to remain the cheapest up until 2030 and beyond. Harnessing these resources sustainably requires that we tackle the critical issues in the value chain, particularly local capacity to spare local content and local participation. It is against this backdrop that I welcome the Senior High School Challenge Program initiated and being implemented jointly by the Ministry of Energy and Energy Commission. And I say well done and continue with this great initiative. There is no doubt that the students of this country are the future leaders of the energy transition, and it is heartwarming that you are being involved in shaping the renewable energy agenda through this and other laudable initiatives. And I congratulate you for making it to the grand finale. For Ghana to achieve its great potential, it depends on these our future leaders who are currently students. It is for this reason, high school for all Ghanaians. The free senior high school program since its introduction has guaranteed quality education to over 1.6 million Ghanaian children. You, as beneficiaries of this program, have the duty to realize your full potential, and this is an important starting point. The winners of the second edition, Jama Pensan Senior High Technical School, has proven and vindicated the impact of the sound education policies my administration is pursuing. The nature of the current world economy is heavily dependent on science and technology. It is therefore imperative that we take a critical look at the development of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, acronymed STEM, courses in our educational system. Of 20 STEM centers and 10 model STEM senior high schools across the country, which are currently at various stages of completion. This is to stimulate the interest of STEM in students in order to inspire and empower them to become the next generation of inventors, entrepreneurs, and industrial champions in the country. It is well known that our economic development and stability, particularly that of our energy sector, depends on our ability to develop and invent new products, and this process starts from our secondary schools. This has informed the government's policy direction towards increasing STEM education as against the humanities to 60-40% respectively in the next 10 years. And I will admonish all students to take an interest in this. The introduction of the Energy Commission's Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge in 2019, which was launched by the then Honorable Senior Minister Yao Osafo, on solid biomass fuel for domestic and commercial cooking and heating. Government policies and interventions have increased access to clean cooking and propelled the industry to attract foreign direct investments, making Ghana a leader in the promotion of clean cooking solutions in the ECOWAS region. And based on the progress made in the sector, government has updated the nationally determined contribution, that's the acronym GHNDC, to accelerate the promotion of a sustainable biomass value chain market. Example, improved charcoal production, establishment of woodlot at the main charcoal hotspots, and promotion and distribution of improved cook stoves. And then, of course, national LPG promotion programs, among others. The use of improved biomass cook stoves saves between 35 to 40% of the fuel wood over and above the traditional versions. And an expenditure survey conducted among households indicated that improved biomass cook stoves could save between 15 to 20% on household expenditure on fuels for cooking. This service could improve the livelihood of people. The means to transition towards electricity-driven economy, and in the light of this, further research and development on the current improved cook stove technologies and fuel should be encouraged, and adequately cook stoves have been developed for the country. The regulations are in Parliament, and I hope they will be passed when Parliament returns. The Energy Commission is also in the process of developing regulations for wood fuel, that is charcoal and firewood. The aim of the regulation is to formalize the entire wood fuel industry and maximize value along the value chain, notably production, packaging, transportation, sale, and marketing. This will ensure that our continuous reliance on biomass energy does not lead to the degradation of the environment and depletion of the natural resources. The negative consequences of the production ambitious target of achieving 50% access to LPG use by 2030. Through this policy, we sought to change the market structure and the existing LPG distribution model, particularly for households, by introducing the cylinder recirculating model. And the CRM will enable us to bring LPG to more communities and closer to their users. Excuse me. More importantly, the new model provides us with the opportunity to sanitize the LPG industry and to sanitize the LPG industry of unsafe practices and to bring a stop to the recurrence of homes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are complementing the CRM with the National LPG Promotion Program as an intervention through which government intends to absorb a significant part of the initial investment cost to new users in the uptake of LPG. And through this program, we will provide LPG coal stoves and related accessories and access to LPG cylinders to about 2 million households for development Opoku Prempe. For development Opoku Prempe. And I urge you to carry on the good work and see to it that a sustainable clean cooking market is developed from Ghana. We have just seen a very brilliant presentations and demonstrations from these young ones who, through the support of their teachers and coaches, have come up with such wonderful projects. And I will task an industry, finance, as well as other relevant stakeholders to adopt households' incomes. Once again, I congratulate the students from Ghana Secondary Technical School, Pweze Senior High School, Yasantua Senior High School, Nkranza Technical Institute Business High School, and Tamale Girls, Bogatanga Girls Senior High School for your brilliant innovations and for making it this far. And I must say that I have made it to this level, that having made it to this level, we are all winners. And I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge Prof. George Payne Hagan, the immediate past chairman of the Board of Energy Commission, for coming up with this challenge. Prof. has done so much work in our educational and energy sectors, and his contributions are duly recognized. I will, therefore, on this day, institute the Professor George Payne Hagan Award for Best Team Presenter. Keep up the good work, and to the head teachers and regional science, technology, mathematics, and innovation education coordinators, thank you too for your efforts in preparing these students. I wish you all the very best, and God bless us all, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. End of environment, science, technology, and innovation. It would be very remiss of me if I did not add one or two comments. And I must say that I've been carried away, maybe a bit emotional even today. When the good Lord was creating everybody, He gave talents to everybody. And when we are distributing, God was distributing intelligence, He did it equally among all races, all communities in the world. And I noticed that those participating schools, there is a healthy mix of schools in rural and urban settings. As somebody who represents a largely rural community, I'm very, very impressed indeed. And my first thesis stands. So if you're a rural student, know ye that you can also do well. But first, I'm very, very impressed. I'm very, very impressed because all the issues that are trending today have been answered by this. Number one, Ghana has adopted the concept of circular economy. These things have given practical meaning to the idea of circularity. Mercy has the idea and we have to promote it, and if it starts with entities like senior high school, then I know that we are on the highway to promoting secularity. When we say secularity, we mean that we extend the life. You know the concept of pyrosis. And I was looking for one thing that they didn't add. Somebody will say that plastics, when we burn them in pyrosis, will become a footprint at certain controlled temperatures. So we have a lot to learn here. Then 2, we committed to net zero, all countries under the Paris Agreement, through carbon sequestration and also through the fact that we increase our biomass and the fact that we do mitigation so that we do not throw a lot of, this carbon and this methane into the atmosphere. So all these are the practical example of how we can create a carbon sinks and all their actions that will make us achieve net zero. And then even the idea of recycling itself means that we are fulfilling God's mission, which was hankering for the atmosphere, the environment that existed before the pre-industrial times. It's a romantic dream, but that's what they want to do, all these climate actions. We are also developing, we are not there yet. Through alternate use of these technologies, we can bypass what they have gone through and brought us here, because all these energy and environmental issues are the creation of the global north. But we are not, we're pointing this out to them. It's like sitting in a boat with people, somebody who has perforated your boat and you are going to drown. So the global south, we are telling them that we are calling on them to leverage us to use alternate energies now. Because we have a lot of population. If we traverse the same path they traverse to get this status, the whole world will drown and will die. So, 2 things. And I noticed that the EU Commissioner, the Minister for Environment, appreciates all these things. Capital and technology. Capital, because we hold a lot of capital there. And then technology, through all these arrangements, I expect intellectual property rights, but governments should leverage so that we can help save the whole of humankind. Again, coming from a forestry background, because I live in the forest, biodiversity conservation, all these things that you are seeing, they have the potential in an indirect way, sometimes even direct, to conserve biodiversity. The tropical world for which Ghana belongs holds the key to biodiversity, which will hold in trust for all of humankind. And what even makes my heart, makes me happier, is the economic analysis that they provided. And without prejudice to whoever will be the winner, all of them provided, the theoretical basis for action. But I saw that particularly in Yasantua. They provided the theoretical basis for all the actions that they took. For me, theory without practice is sterile. As an environment and technology minister, I would say that. But it has been one of my fruitful days. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the representative of the President of our Republic, the Honorable Dr. Kwekwe, Minister for Environment, Science, Technology, and MP for Safe Use. So please make it warm and heartfelt once again. Please tell the President that we are grateful for all his thoughts. We know sincerely he would have loved to be here, but other duties.
Dr. Dakon Asante.
Renewable
Mr. Kwabena.
Energy.
Thank you very much for the opportunity given us.
Okay, students, are you
Just
ready?
one thing, can you confirm to me that these results have been independently verified by Tiger IPI?
Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Renewable. The sound they give you solar energy.
Hearts are going to be broken. But let me just whet your appetite. Both the school and the team. Isn't that good? It's a round of applause. So from the Sith right up to the 4th, okay? The school will get 10 pieces of gassed books, a solar wall light, 10 pieces. They also get street lights, 20 pieces. And the total package for the school is valued at 24,000. The school is also getting a cash prize of 3,000 Ghana cedis. Now for the team. The team is getting a cash prize of 14,000 Ghana cedis, which is 6,000 or 1,000 for, and the whole package is 14,000 Ghana cedis, and a cash prize of 6,000 Ghana cedis, 1,000 for each member, including their supervisor. And then the products that they will get, they are going to get 6 mobile phones and 6 solar lamps. And that package for the team is valued at 14,000 Ghana cedis. That's for the 6th to the 4th. A round of applause. For the 3rd prize, the school is going to get, ladies and gentlemen, a total package of 41,000 Ghana cedis. The breakdown is as follows: a cash prize of 5,000, products being gassed books 15 pieces, we're talking solar wall lights 15 pieces, and street lights 30 pieces. Now for the team, the package for the team is 33,000, a cash prize of 9,000, 1,005 for each member, and they are going to receive 6 tablets, 6 solar lamps, and 5 pieces of plug and play solar system. Isn't that good news? In 2nd position, the total price package is valued at 157,000 for the school. I beg your pardon, it's valued at 41,000 for the school. They are going to receive 20 pieces of gassed books, 20 pieces of solar light, and 30 pieces of street lights. The team is going to get 48,000 cedis. Now a cash prize of 12,000 Ghana cedis, 6 pieces of tablets. They are going to get 6 pieces of solar lamps and 6 pieces of solar fans. Please, a round of applause. Now let's go to the overall, ladies and gentlemen. Cash prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis to the school. They are going to get a 5 kilowatt solar PV complete system, 25 gas books, 25 pieces of solar wall lights, 30 pieces of street lights. And for the team, they are going to receive a cash prize of 18,000 Ghana cedis, 3,000 for each member, 6 laptops, 12 pieces of solar lamps, and 6 solar fans. Please, let it be well. But let's begin with the special prizes, and then we shall go into the main prizes for today. In keeping with a good gesture done by the President of the Republic in awarding the Best Team Award as the Professor George Hagan Award, it is particularly appropriate that we receive the man, the myth, and the legend to present the award. Make welcome Professor George Hagan. the Prof. George Hagan Award for Best Teamwork is valued at 2,000 Ghana cedis.
Renewable.
The winner of the maiden Professor George Hagan Award for Best Teamwork.
Okay, students, are you ready?
Yes, and so girls, SHS.
Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Renewable energy.
Congratulations.
The sound they give you solar
Such
energy.
brilliant teamwork. Let's hear it up for them as they come.
Biogas and biofueling is a phase of our climate change.
CDs to celebrate the entire team.
Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. We are positive students in renewable.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause? The first recipients of the Professor George Hagan Award, Best Teamwork. All right, you may please be seated. And many thanks to you, Professor George Hagan, for this award and for this gesture. Please, another round. The next award, ladies and gentlemen, is in respect of the best female presenter. It will be presented by Madame Araba Botwe of Ashesi University. Round of applause as she comes. And the best female presenter is walking away with 1,500 Ghana cedis. Let's find out who the winner is.
Let's support the young ones. Renewable energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges are unanimous in respect of the best female presenter.
And let's support the students.
Amene Nyako! Congratulations!
Renewable energy.
Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Emanuela Amene Nyako. And many thanks to you, Madam Araba Botwe, for doing us the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the best male presenter. And the Executive Director, Executive Secretary of the PURC, Dr. Ishmael Aka, will do us the honors. A round of applause as he comes. Best male presenter, ladies and gentlemen. He also walks away with 1,500 Ghana cedis. Any names? You wanted to go to GSTS? You think so? Well, my pastor says sometimes your confession can become your possession. Ladies and gentlemen, GSTS has it. Give it up for Mental Kwesi Kingsley. Honorable Rodney, how did you know it was GSTS? Congratulations, the Mental Kwesi Kingsley. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Dr. Ismailaka. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the heart of the matter. 6 awards for today. Leading from the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Felicia Ajibia Okai. She's the Regional Director of Education, Western Region, representing the Director General as she presents the 6th prize. She says she hopes she's not presenting to GSTS. Let's see what the oracle says. Remember, I said that your confession can be your possession. I don't know. Let's consult the oracle. Ladies and gentlemen, with 72 points, in 6th place, GSTS. A round of applause for GSTS. It was close, it was intense, but you did your best. Congratulations.
Renewable energy. Renewable energy.
Bring it down. Bring it down. GSTS, it's not my fault. It is your Director of Education who said it. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, let's cheer them on. Let's cheer them on. It was a brave fight. They put in their all, and we say congratulations to you. GSTS, you've made us proud. At least you are better than Presec. 6 times NSMQ. 6 times. You know if you do solar. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. GSTS in 6th position. Congratulations. You may please be seated. Okay. And so the 6th, the 5th, and the 4th will receive certificates and a plaque, as well as the dummy check. And from the 3rd to the 1st, they will receive medals. $38,000, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. No e-levy, please. Thank you very much, Mrs. Felicia Jiba Okai. In 5th place, with 74 points. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the representative of the head of the European Union delegation to Ghana, Massimo Mina. The second rule is what you wish for your enemy can happen to you. Ladies and gentlemen, business SHS. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Why the shouting? If a business SHS has beaten a Ghana secondary and what? A science school, Masa, what be your, please, a round of applause for them. We say congratulations to you, Business SHS. Congratulations, Business SHS. You have shown us the business dimension. And now the dummy check. Mr. DJ, the dollar has nothing on the music, please. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it out for them. In 5th place, Business SHS. And there they display their plaque, a sign of their valor, their bravery, but most importantly, their mental prowess that have produced this great feat for them. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in 4th place, let's make welcome yours and mine, ladies and gentlemen, Engineer Oscar Amonu Neza. Congratulations, Bolga girls. Yours was a very spirited presentation. We enjoyed every bit of it. And with congratulations for coming forth. Congratulations. We're so proud of you, Bolga girls, and thank you very much, our Executive Secretary, for doing us the honors. Let's go to the 3rd position. Ladies and gentlemen, it belongs to Professor Ebenezer Odro Owusu, our board chair, to do us the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, would it be Kweje, would it be Yasantwa, or will it be Nkranza? Prof, you want to take sides? Prof says after GSTS, he doesn't want to comment. Prof, it's not me, it's the devil. Ladies and gentlemen, in 3rd place with 78.6 points. Nkranza Technical Institute. Hey! Opposition power with this. But we're so proud of you, Nkuranza. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for them. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Nkuranza. Technical Institutes. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Nkuranza Technical Institute. Better luck next time. But congratulations on such brave All right. Prof, respectfully, I ask that you stay behind. Please stay with us. I'm inviting you. And now is the moment we've all been waiting for. First and second. Humbly, I invite to join us on stage our guest of honor, the representative of the President of our Republic, Honorable Minister. You together with the Deputy Minister for Energy. I shall also invite the Executive Secretary to also join us of the Energy Commission, as well as, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Felicia Ajebia Okain, the Regional Director of Education, representing all our partners. Last but certainly not the least, ladies and gentlemen, the EU delegation to Ghana, the representative, Mr. Massimo Mina. So we'll announce the winner though, but the second will come and receive first, and then finally the winner. And now, Honorable Minister, 2 of your children vie for this enviable slot. Beje, SHS, and Yasantua. Who is it going to be?
I have the pleasure to, on behalf of the President, announce the winner. And it is Pedje SHS.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's receive upstage in second place, Yasantua girls. Yasantua, please come up. Yasantua, please come up for your award. The Honorable Mr. DJ, this is where you need free SHS. I said that the winner will come second. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Yasanswa girls. And so the Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa will present to the runner-up, Yasanswa girls, and thereafter the representative of the president will present to the champions. Kweje. Congratulations to you, Yasanswa girls. Wow. It's been a brave fight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for them. With 80 points vis-a-vis 84.3. Oh, better luck next time, Yasanswa. Allow. A round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Yasanswa. Please, let's give them the applause they deserve. Yasanswa girls. Thank you very much. You may please be seated. Yasanswa. Thank you. And so the hour is come, ladies and gentlemen, where history is made at the third edition of the Ghana Energy Commission Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge. I give to you the champions, all the way from Volta. Ladies and gentlemen, Kweje SHS. And this is why you stand up for the champions, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. And now the president's representative. This is how we celebrate efforts, bold innovation, mental agility and resourcefulness. You have shown all these and more, Kweje SHS. And this day, glory certainly belongs to you. Congratulations, Kweje Senior High School. Ladies and gentlemen, they are yours for the applause. Nyawe wodo, adomanya wonao. Shortly they receive the dummy check, a sum of all the offerings made to the school and to the team. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. Quickly, let me invite all award recipients. Please come up. All the schools that have received awards, together with the individuals, please come up with your certificates or your medals. Please come up. Let's take a group photograph quickly. Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. DJ, let's have some music. Quickly, let's take a group photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate the 6 schools, our finalists who have come thus far. A round of applause for them. It's a triumph for Free SHS and all it has achieved and will continue to achieve. Greater emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, to say the least. Hip hip. Why don't you do something special? All of you, if you have phones, why don't you turn around with your phones and take a big selfie? Can you do that? A big selfie. Can you do that? So turn around, turn around. So see happens shortly, but for now, let's be seated. We will bring this experience to a close in a very nice way. Beje, Senior High School, please join me here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to hear from the champions as to what this award means to them, their school, and their pursuit of ensuring clean cooking and food processing using renewable technologies. A round of applause.
Okay. Please, like, I didn't hear the question.
We are very grateful for this great chance. It hasn't been easy, but we were having some challenges due to financial. It's our hope that our project will help our motherland, Ghana, and take Ghana somewhere, and also reduce air pollution and others we find around us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the champions. Congratulations. May this spur you on to do more. You may please be seated. Wow. Oh, no. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like all that needs to be said has been said. All that needs to be done has been done, except for one thing. We need to say thank you to all who have made this year's contest a reality and such a beauty. Would you please make welcome the Director, Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency at the Energy Commission, Mr. Kofi Ejakon, to do that for us.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. I'm so much filled with goose pimples, and my tongue is almost stuck in my mouth, and my words are running away from me very fast. But I'll try. Honorable Dr. Kokwefri, thank you very much for the vacuum, and you did what was expected of you. At least for your time spent with us, we are very much happy.